Our mission is to help you learn the English language. We have created easy-to-follow, free educational materials for those seeking knowledge of English.
I take care of the letters. I may read, sort out and organize incoming mails.
So you have to open all the envelopes.
Yes, except the personal mail. And I also need to prepare the materials for posting and check the email box regularly.
Do you need to file copies of the letters before sending them?
Yes, and I check all the emails for Mr. Thomas.
I take care of the letters. I may read, sort out and organize incoming mails.
So you have to open all the envelopes.
Yes, except the personal mail. And I also need to prepare the materials for posting and check the email box regularly.
Do you need to file copies of the letters before sending them?
Yes, and I check all the emails for Mr. Thomas.
What's happened? Is there a problem?
I think the gears have seized up.
You'll have to dismantle the unit and lubricate the bearings. Do it as quickly as you can, but make sure you top up the oil before you start the motor up again. Look at this fair. This is my first chance to be involved in the fair. It is so gorgeous and amazing.
I felt dizzy when I stare at those shining lights. What should we do firstly?
Now we should design our booth. Do you know the number for our booth, B?
Let me see the notice. It is here. Our booth number is E108. Good number.
Lucky number. Find its location now.
We can also consult some from these volunteers.
Here it is. Well, remember to have our cards on to tell every visitor where we come from.
Should we put our samples on this table?
Yes, they should be put in the most attractive place, and this can appeal to passers-by's attention.
It's so earlier this morning, Mr. Lee. You just came back yesterday. You should have rest much more.
I'd like to have rest, but I have many things to do.
How about this post trip?
It's very good, and the result isn't too bad.
Really?
Of course. I will write a report about this post trip, and then you'd better type it at the moment, okay?
Okay, it's no problem.
Afternoon, Miss Liu. Are you typing my report?
Yes, what can I do for you?
Nothing. I just tell you take care of it when you type, especially the address and telephone number of those new guests. You should make sure that it's no mistaken.
Okay, please don't worry about it. You should set your mind at rest.
Ha, I know you were great secretary.
Thanks, you're flatter.
Hello. Can you tell me what the procedures of applying for a job are?
Yes, of course. There are many steps. You can apply for the job on the internet and then send your resume to the email address of the company. And wait the feedback of the company.
What is the qualification needed by the position?
You must have over 2 years' experience first.
Do you have any certificate that has something to do with tourism?
Yes, I have the tour guide certificate.
Why do you choose our travel agency?
Because your travel agency has a good fame in this market. What's more, all the staff here are working very hard. I like doing some challenging job.
How about your present pay?
Basically I get 5,000 RIB every month. It is a well-paid job with satisfying working hours.
What are your salary expectations?
I require 6,500 RIB per month as a start. This is my bottom line, the minimum salary I can accept.
Did you have any working experience during college?
Yes, I did some part-time jobs such as English tutor, salesman, and model.
What did you learn from your part-time jobs?
I learned to be patient, professional and gained a LL of experience of direct sales.
Did you have any publications?
Yes, I wrote a thesis entitled English Education in High School and it was published in the Education magazine.
Have you received any honors?
Yes, I was chosen as a 3 good student many times in college.
Taylor, can you tell me how to apply for a job on the internet?
Just fill out an application.
Do I have to send an email?
You are expected to know the email address of the unit.
But I still don't know which unit is in need of staff.
Send out an application through Job Wanted on the website.
Can any unit see my information?
It's a two-way choice. And your application will be read.
Which websites offer this service?
Sina, 21st Century TalentNet, and a few others.
Thank you. Tell me about yourself.
I was born and raised in Beijing. I attended Peking University and received my bachelor's degree in economics. I have worked for 2 years as a financial consultant in Beijing for China Pacific Insurance Co. Limited.
What type of position are you looking for?
I'm looking for a position in which I can utilize my experience.
Are you interested in a full-time or part-time position?
I am more interested in a full-time position. However, I would also consider a part-time position.
Can you tell me about your responsibilities at your last job?
I advised customers on financial matters. After I consulted the customer, I completed a customer inquiry form and cataloged the information in our database. I then collaborated with colleagues to prepare the best possible package for the client. The clients were then presented with a summarized report on their financial activities that I formulated on a quarterly basis.
What is your greatest strength?
I am an excellent communicator. People trust me and come to me for advice. One afternoon, my colleague was involved with a troublesome customer who felt he was not being served well. I made the customer a cup of coffee and invited both my colleague and the client to my desk where we solved the problem together.
What is your greatest weakness?
I tend to spend too much time making sure the customer is satisfied. However, I began setting time limits for myself.
Why do you want to work for our company?
After following your firm's progress for the last 3 years, I am convinced that your company is becoming one of the market leaders and I would like to be a part of that team.
When can you begin?
Immediately.
Did you work in a charity organization?
Yeah. I had been in the charity organization for 2 months and I learned a lot from that experience, including love, sympathy, equality, and so on.
In what way did those social activities have impact on your mind?
I think it had direct impact on my way of thinking. I learn to look at people and things from an overall perspective. In that case, I am not easy to be edgy.
Well, what did you think about the last candidate? Do you think we should hire her?
She had a very impressive resume, but she seemed to lack the confidence that I think a good manager needs.
What made you think that she wasn't very confident?
Did you notice the way that she avoided making eye contact with us while she talked?
She was a bit nervous, I guess. What else?
When she first walked into the room to greet us, she didn't shake our hands or introduce herself at all. I thought that was a bit unprofessional.
You're right. If she walked into meeting with our clients like that, it would make our company look bad, wouldn't it?
It sure would. Did you also notice the way she slouched in her chair during most of the interview? She had horrible posture.
I agree. I guess I was paying more attention to her answers than her body language.
On top of that, she didn't seem to have any sense of people's personal space. She didn't keep enough distance between us during the meeting.
That's true. I guess we'll have to keep looking for a manager then.
Don't worry, we'll find someone eventually.
Why isn't the project done yet?
How should I know? It's not my responsibility.
Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.